If you're over 50 and you've been trying everything to fix your metabolism, but nothing seems to stick, there's a real chance the problem isn't what you're missing. It's what you're still eating without realizing the damage it's doing. Today I'm narrowing it down to just 3 foods, but don't let the small number fool you. These 3 are responsible for more stubborn weight gain after 50 than almost anything else combined. And here's why you need to deal with this right now and not next month. The longer these foods stay in your routine, the more your body adapts to storing fat instead of burning it, and that adaptation gets harder to reverse the longer it goes on. So if you've felt stuck for months, this video is about to show you exactly why. Let me explain what's happening inside your body that makes this so much worse after 50 compared to when you were younger. Your insulin sensitivity drops with age, which means your body needs to release more insulin to process the same amount of sugar it used to handle easily. Every time insulin spikes high, and often, your body shifts further into fat storage mode rather than fat burning mode. At the same time, your muscle mass is naturally declining, and muscle is one of the biggest users of blood sugar in your entire body. Less muscle plus more insulin resistance means even small dietary mistakes get amplified in a way they never used to. But here's the part that should really get your attention. These 3 foods don't just sabotage your weight, they're also linked to 2 of the biggest health risks people face after 50: cardiovascular strain and chronic inflammation. So removing them isn't just about the number on the scale. It's about protecting your heart and your energy levels for the next 20 or 30 years. Stay with me, because the 3rd food on this list is the one almost nobody connects to metabolism. And once you hear it, you'll probably recognize it in your own kitchen right now. The first food to avoid is anything made with high fructose corn syrup, and that includes far more than just soda. It hides in salad dressings, ketchup, flavored coffee creamers, and even bread. Fructose in this concentrated form is processed almost entirely by your liver, and after 50, your liver is already working harder to manage fat storage. Flooding it with fructose regularly leads to fat building up directly inside the liver, which then makes your entire metabolism less efficient at burning fat anywhere in your body. The second food is fried food cooked in reused or low-quality oils, the kind you get from fast food or heavily processed snack foods. These oils break down into compounds that drive inflammation throughout your bloodstream, and chronic inflammation after 50 directly interferes with how well your cells respond to insulin. The fried food itself is bad enough, but it's the oil quality that does the real long-term damage, and that's the part most people never think about. And now the 3rd food, the one that surprises almost everyone: excess alcohol, even what feels like a moderate amount. After 50, your body metabolizes alcohol far less efficiently than it did in your 30s or 40s. Your liver prioritizes breaking down alcohol over burning fat, which means every drink you have essentially pauses your fat burning for several hours afterward. Combine that with the fact that alcohol is calorie-dense and often paired with salty, carb-heavy snacks, and you can see why something as normal as a couple of evening drinks a few times a week can quietly stall your metabolism for years without you ever connecting the dots. If any of these 3 hit close to home, that's not something to feel discouraged about. It's actually useful information you can act on today. You don't need to eliminate all 3 overnight. Start with just one, the one that felt the most familiar as you were listening, and commit to cutting it back this week. Before you go, if this gave you some clarity, hit that like button. It helps more people your age find this instead of confusing advice that doesn't actually explain the why behind it. Subscribe, because next week I'm covering the specific drink that quietly speeds up metabolism when you have it at the right time of day. And drop a comment letting me know which of these 3 foods is the hardest one for you to give up. I read every comment, and I genuinely want to know where you're starting. Take care of yourself, pick one to cut back on this week, and I'll see you in the next video.